Kier Starmer. There's the topic of the day. Of all the years that I've been on this planet, I've never come across a politician so hated as this man is. Now, I was watching a few TikToks a while ago, last week I think it was, where he had gone over to see President Trump and sat there, the cheeky sod, and bleated on about how he supported freedom of speech and how he was so proud that it's such a, thing in the UK. But when people criticise him, like they did during the Southport situation, he was locking people up. And recently, I've seen one where a lad who was more likely antagonising them, I'm not going to take that away from the situation, that walking past a mosque with a Union Jack, and apparently he's now in prison, which I think is, we're supposed to be the father of democracy, and Kier Starmer sits there and tells the world, because obviously it was with Trump and it was being broadcast worldwide, how he's so proud of the fact that the UK's got such a good freedom of speech policy. But realistically, at home, he's locking people up for exercising that right that he's so proud of. And the other thing, how he was congratulating Trump for putting I think it's a bust of Sir Winston Churchill back in the Oval Office because his predecessor, his granddad, whatever his name was, Biden, removed it. But then at the same time, the two-faced, chatty, narrow-backed twat has removed all the images and bits and pieces of Winston Churchill in Downing Street. I just can't get my head round why he thinks that what he does on the international stage, people aren't going to see that in this country, and what he does in this country, people aren't going to see on the international stage. He tells more lies than a cheap Chinese watch, and I don't believe he can lie straight in bed if his life depended on it. And like I said, I've never known a politician to be so hated as this guy is. So I've never been in one particular party. I've always voted at the time for the one that sings the song that I believe is best for our country and for our people. But then, Labour on the run up to this election said that the Conservatives have done such a terrible job over 14 years, and to a point I think he was dead right, and how he was going to change everything and make everything better for us, and all the things that he's promised us, and he's just lied through his back teeth because he's done next to none of them. In fact, he's been doing quite a few things that are detrimental to us. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do what I did last time. I voted Reform because even if they'll do a fraction of what they say they're going to do, it's got to be a lot better than what these idiots, as in Labour and Conservative, have been doing to us and been doing to our country for so long. So it's up to you. Come voting day, it's nothing major. It's a piece of paper, you've got to put an X on it. You ain't got to start writing an essay or telling everybody how the universe works. It's just an X. So if you want change, get off your backsides at the appropriate voting times and go and change the country by voting.